The question here is about simplifying a trig expression. This angle here is 90 minus x. This angle 90 plus x. 360 minus x. 90 plus x minus x minus x as well. So here is our Cartesian plane. It is in 4 quadrants, namely the first quadrant, the second quadrant, and the third quadrant, and lastly the fourth quadrant. This one here is positive x, this is positive y, negative x, and negative y. So in the first quadrant, since all the ratios, all the sides are positive, then all the ratios are positive in this quadrant, and in this quadrant it is sine, and this quadrant, because of negative and negative, tan is positive, and then here positive x, negative y. So ratio using x only, and error is cos. That's the one that is positive. So now, when you are dealing with angles, in the first quadrant, there is our angle theta. This theta is known as a reference angle. It's acute. This is 90, this is 180, this is 270 degrees, and this is 360. Also, an angle 90 minus theta, in case where we use co-ratio, changing from sine to cos, or changing from cos to sine, we'll see that this angle is in the first quadrant, 90 minus theta. And in the second quadrant, because it's 90, so 90 plus theta comes in the second quadrant. Since theta is less than 90, so the angle falls in the second quadrant. Also, using reduction, we use 180 minus theta to find an angle in the second quadrant. In the third quadrant, we use 180 degrees plus theta to find an angle in the what? In the third quadrant. And here we have 360 minus theta. And also an angle known as minus theta is, from there it is 0. Minus theta comes in the fourth quadrant. So when answering this question, we need to take information from our cast diagram. It shows us where the ratio is positive and where the ratio is negative. Each ratio is positive in 2 quadrants. Let's continue with our question. Cos 90 minus x. This is a co-ratio. We can change this one to sine reference angle, which is x. It's positive because this angle is in the first quadrant. We are multiplying tan 360 minus x. 360 minus x falls in the fourth quadrant. Tan is negative. Negative for the position. Tan, our reference angle, is x. Then minus x is an angle in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, sine is negative. So it's negative sine x over this angle here is in the second quadrant, and cos is negative. So it's negative sine, reference angle x. So this is equivalent in terms of sine. And then sine 90 plus. Sine is positive in the second quadrant. So this angle is positive. Cos, reference angle, now reference angle is x. And this minus tan, tan minus x. Minus x is an angle in the fourth quadrant. And then this angle here can be written as negative tan x. So from here, from our expression, we can see that we have a negative tan and a negative tan. We have a negative sign and a negative sign. So what we are left with there is sine x on the numerator, and on the denominator we are left with cos x. This ratio of sine over cos is known as tan x. So when simplifying an expression in trig of this nature, you need to identify the position of the angle so that you give an associated sign. Thank you.